Basic Trucking, how you doing, my mate? Guys, today we'll be running on the ProMexico Map with the Project Ultimate Weather that dropped last weekend. The first job that is going to take us to Veracruz. This map is around 1 to 3, so not a standard size map, so the routes we're going to be taking will take a bit longer as well. Mark Lewis, how you doing, mate? Guess one thing I'm gonna quickly do is just turn down my Tobii eye tracker sensitivity. Because that's too much. Okay guys, we're gonna go on the way. We're actually taken off from login side. Basic Truck, I'm glad you're liking it, mate. We're already encountering issues now. Jerome, how you doing, mate? How did I get the graphics? I'm using the Snowman V2, Project Ultimate Weather, and Project Ultimate Reshade, the RealCam V2. Okay, once we get out of here, we should be safe. To be honest, it's one of my favorite routes on the ProMexico Map. It's the Oaxaca DOC that takes you through a lot of forests and all kind of rural places. Markless looks real. Well, I'm glad, mate. A few days ago I was watching logging videos from BC, Vancouver, and kind of got the vibe of this kind of driving. Seth, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm glad you're here, mate. Yeah, drum drop, beautiful, 100%, mate. Well, especially in this kind of an environment. They use a lot of the latest DOC trees and bushes, so it looks very good. Drum, yes, I'm using 4K. I think that the stream is downscaled to 2K, but I'm not sure. It might actually run in 4K on the stream as well. That's a creative way to make a road. I mean, it's a bit wider than normal roads, but it's good effort. I've also got the truck and trailer stability at 0 and the physical factor at 150%, so the truck is moving way more than usually would. Busy and broke, how you doing, mate? Chilling here. Very good, mate. Is a morning for you, evening? Because I know that we've got some people from Asia as well as US as well. Jerome, where I'm going at the moment, we're in here, Oaxaca DOC on the ProMexico. We're going to Veracruz. PM, so we're just chilling in the afternoon. Very nice. I'm trying to be careful with that trailer because when I was recording her for the latest video, it got caught like twice on a turn, so I'm trying to be a bit more careful within it. The sounds on the CAT 5 EK just unreal, like to the point where you're actually maxing out the gear, you can hear the transmission actually just rattling. Bro, this is super real to you. I'm glad you're liking it. Yeah, especially this part of the map. Like the whole map is done very well, but you don't really see that much of detail on the SCS map if you're looking at that kind of a terrain. To turn the traffic down a little bit because like you don't get that many traffic cars in here, but when I was running this bit the other time, I think that I had to let like 6 or 7 cars went past. If you're asking about the game, it's ATS. If you're asking about the map, it's the ProMexico Map. It kind of looks like some parts of Red Dead Redemption too, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The traffic will just stop. You have to kind of let it through. Okay, we got some concrete now. But that road is tight as well. And it also has traffic on it, which doesn't help. But you see, like, I'm not sure how they coded that into the map. Like, the traffic actually stopped on the turn. Like, they did not keep on going. They actually wait for you to go through and... But now we're doing fine with the setup that we're actually driving. I'm not sure if they'll actually send that big of a setup through here, but we never know. So guys, I'm gonna show you where we're actually driving now. It's a pretty big setup for these kind of roads. I couldn't actually get my camera down, but kind of see that. Bit of a bigger truck. Not the whole map is like that, it's just this region, the Oaxaca DLC. Because then once we actually get on the highway, we'll be able to explore some more realistic looking highways. So they've done in a scale 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. So we do not have turns on the map all the time. We actually got some straights on the highways as well. Power high there, mate. Broke side in, my mate. How's your day going? Yeah, I'm trying to stay composed in here because it's a bit tighter than the usual kind of a road. P2 better head in. It's the real cam V2 with the Project Ultimate Weather 2.0. Sever, thank you so much, mate. Thank you a lot. Brooks is saying that it looks fire. 100%, mate. T2 Patel, I'm glad, mate, I'm glad. I'm actually liking the traffic on this map because it will wait for you to go past or to let it through. On most of the SCS maps, they'll just probably run into you. Yeah, Brooks, it does look good, mate. Sever, I'm glad that you understood that, mate. Thank you. Scottish Modern, how you doing, mate? Jerome, I'm using the version itself 6.50. If you're asking about the specific preset, I'm using the Project Ultimate RealCam V2. You're a 160. How's it looking now? Because I know that they've redone the interior lighting and the textures of the whole if it comes to reflections. Sergeant Mike, 100%, mate. I mean, I started the route, yeah, and within the first 5 minutes they're already on my truck, so you know how it goes. You know how you have to get past that. Helen, hi there, mate. Scottish Modding's beautiful, 100%. T2 Patel, so it's like 1, 2, 3 scale of a map. I don't know, we've been driving for like 10-15 minutes now, we've covered that. That's how much of the map you've got in here. Antox, hi then. You don't really have to wait for the access. You've got the access and the presets under the preset post, and you've got the Project Ultimate Weather 2.0 in the post for the Project Ultimate Weather. Have a look in the first 2 posts that you've got on top of the page. Once I'm done streaming, you also get the instructions and the setup. Jerome, yes, so 160 is out in the beta for now. Kinda quick, to be honest, because we just had the 159 drop with the Illinois as well. And it's been what, like 2-3 weeks? Bergs, for the graphics, you've got Snowman V2, Project Ultimate Weather 2.0, and then the Project Ultimate RealCam V2. For the map mod, you've got the ProMexico Map. I don't know. The only thing that I understood from that is ATS 3. I can't translate it live because I'm running my chat on the on my phone, so I can't really translate it one lifetime. Gaming's Wolf, how you doing, mate? Is that a new simulator? No, it's ATS, American Truck Simulator. Young, how you doing, mate? What camera mod that is? Normally you'd use the unlimited seat adjustment mod. For the truck that I'm running now, I just had to create the mod for it, but for most of the trucks you've got the unlimited seat view mod on Steam. It's not like ATS. I know, it doesn't really look like ATS, but it is. I'm running Snowy Moon V2, Project Ultimate Weather 2.0, and then Project Ultimate RealCam V2 for the graphics. So ATS 3, yeah. The camera's well, if the camera's shaking, I'm moving my head with the Tobii eye tracker, but then I'm running 0% physics for trailer and truck, so whenever something moves, the truck will actually move. And also I'm running my suspension stiffness at 0, so even if I'm not moving my head, you still see that the truck, like I'm not moving anything, you still see that the truck moves a lot. I guess because I actually need to see where I'm going. I need to go right. There's some tight turns in here. Antox, yes, there's only one level in Project Ultimate. There's no other levels in it, so. Normally with the instructions I also send the posts, and they've got access to everything, but you can just explore the first 2 posts, which will give you the weather mod and the reshape presets. Freightliner, what I've done in my truck, mate, a lot of things. Mate, it was a rocky start. I mean, I've got stopped at the beginning. There's some people bashing the truck, like, a lot. They took my money, so I can't really fix the truck as well. Ikra, how you doing? All the way down from Thailand. Jerome, what's Project Ultimate about? It's the well, I've made a Project Ultimate Weather 2.0, which overhauls the atmosphere, the hazes, depth hazes, fogs, colorway of the environment, and then you've got reshape presets that I also make, so this enhances your graphics further. Try to have a sip of my coffee without breaking the camera. Which happens quite often that my camera goes crazy when I've got a drink in front of my face. Okay, I had a sip and the camera did not go crazy, so that is a success for today. Yeah, they got some crazy speed bumps in here. Yeah, the Jake is not that bad. I mean, my friend Mike, he said that he does not like the Jake in this mod, but to be honest, oh my god, that's what I was talking about when I said that the roads are a bit tight. No, but the Jake sounds kind of alright. You know how it is, mate. If you'd want to ask that question in English, I'd really appreciate it, mate. GameX Wolf, that is true. 100%. I mean, look, the product's been out for a long time. ATS and ETS too. It's been out for a long time. Whilst SCS is making updates to the game, I think that as a community and all, the modders are really pushing it further. It looks like I'm in a real truck. It's somewhat real, you know. As real as it can get on the monitors, on the PC monitor. Actually, I wanted to go for more clouds, but sun would actually go nice with that. We're in a sunny climate, so might as well stay with the sun for a little bit. Traffic is going quite slow. Hey, so the speed limit is 19 miles an hour, which is roughly 45 kilometers? Not even that? Well, not even that. It's like 38 kilometers. Guess either the speed limit is changing to 70 kilometers an hour. Yeah, 43 miles now. Jerome said, look at that beast. Pretty big truck, to be honest. But it's in the login kind of a config as well, so... Truck is making weird sounds. Pretty sure I should fix it. I mean, as long as we'll run it, so it's fine. There's one road that I'm gonna show you guys once we get to somewhere here. We're gonna take a detour. I'm gonna know how to actually get there, so once we get there. Drone Joy said power, 100% mate. Gaming, thanks so much for the sub, mate. I appreciate it. We've got some open in the landscape now, so some open spaces. We've started the route with pretty tight roads with no openings around, but Tony Macaroni, how you doing, mate? MK, how you doing? For this, no, I'm just using Project Ultimate Weather, Snowman V2 and Project Ultimate RealCam V2. Those are the only ones. PNG doesn't really work well with the custom textures that are on this map, so. But yeah, on normal maps or maps that support it, I would use the full base for it. From how many kilometers I'm doing? 137 miles, but as you see the scale of the map, it's a bit more than your usual default map. Yeah, so 1 to 19 map, no. I think that this map is 1 to 3. It's 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, I'm not sure which one. But it's a way smaller scale than 1 to 19. Bogdan, how you doing, mate? MK, yes, Project Ultimate Weather and RealCam V2 without any other mods. Bogdan, 100%. Graphics are fire. Antex, no worries, mate. Just drop me a message in the well, I'm gonna see you anyways, but you can drop me a message on my DM as well. MK, I mean, no, you can use PNG bases for any maps. It's just this map that has custom textures that don't work well with it. That's why I'm not using it. But then work in the editor. Very good. Me, well, I'm gonna finish streaming. I'm traveling tomorrow. When I'm back, I want to work in editor as well. Spend some time on it. Yeah, it's going to be a long run. But it's not going to be the only route that we're going to be doing today, so... Yes, I'm using the RealCam V2 for that. Bogdan, you working in Romania or Florida now? Okay, I don't want to miss the road, which I wanted to show you guys how we still got. How did they crash? Chemics will mate. I wouldn't as well. If you had a look on ATS and ETS like 2 or 3 years ago, it wasn't the same game, mate. Yeah, Bogdan. I know. I've been a bit busy and got a couple of busy days ahead of me, so but we'll get on at some point. Yeah, we managed not to hit anyone and get past, so that's fine. Stellar Dynamics, thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. I'm glad you're liking it. What GPU I'm using? I'm using the RTX 5080. MK, if you're experiencing over brightness on white roads, you can reduce the white setting or the exposure setting as well. Gaming Sports, so we've got some exciting times ahead of you, mate. How was my day? Pretty busy, but we got through it. Thank you for asking. How's your day, mate? Smith Gaming. You can use the same presets for Train Sim World 5, yeah? Well, not the weather, you won't be able to get the weather, but the rest, yes. MK, no worries, mate. That would be amazing for Train Sim. So, I've used my presets for Train Sim World 6 and then the running train. It improved it quite a lot, to be honest. However, Train Sim World 6 did not run that smooth, so I did not really enjoy it that much. Running train is much different. Just waiting for a bit more content to drop for that game. It's a good investment, you know. Once you upgrade your GPU, I think that is the biggest kind of a cost for your PC. Style Dynamics, yes, they're reshape presets. Well, not just color correction presets. That's why they kind of look like that, but yes, they're presets. Okay, the next turn, well, not the next turn, I have to take the right. We're gonna go around. I just want to show you the little city that they've made in there. Coffee time. Let's try not to break the camera. Okay, we still got 1 or 2 intersections to go. They've done one of the smaller towns, but it is a small town, but it's quite extensive as for an ATS town. Just want to show you how they've done the town with the traffic parked and everything. Tony Macaroni, that... Oh my god. I'm looking at the chat, I'm not looking at what's ahead. Okay, we made a mess. Tony Macaroni, that is a good way to upgrade your PC. Is the Romania map paid? Yes, it is. But you also got the free version released on the SCS forum, but you can always support on Patreon. Okay, so next right. Tony, because you just turn off the PSU and you'd be like, oh, it's not working. Need to get a new one, mate. Really? Fuck, how did that happen, though? Yeah, I think it's... yeah, it's yeah. I really like that town, it's very detailed. Close head in. Yeah, 100%. I always run like 10 to 20% on my leaves. Full leaves don't really look that good, to be honest. Smith Gaming, yes, I'm using Tobii eye tracker. I've got a very low sensitivity on it, so I don't move my head that much, especially with this kind of a camera, but yeah. I say, that is a real shame, mate. Bogdan, that is very unfortunate that that happened. I hope that that's not going to be a major setback. Okay, the bit that I wanted to show you, it's not what we drove through now, it's what we're going to be driving through in a second. As you can see, this traffic, they're not even moving, this is just set traffic on the map. But then... yeah, Bogdan, 100%, mate. The amount of traffic that you've got in here is just crazy. Not through here, but then there'll be a part where there's so much traffic parked up. Diesel engine, how you doing, my mate? I'm all good, just enjoying the ProMexico map. Yeah, Bogdan, mate, that map is just, it's different. Smith Gaming, you enjoying the new Volvo? Yeah, mate. The guy was vibing with inflatable dog. Yeah, look at this. Like, mate, I just love touches like that. Is that the New Mexico? No, it's the ProMexico map. Max Smith, 100%, mate. It's wonderful. Fuji, 100%. I mean, when I first tried the map, I was only my kind of fault because I was stuck in the older kind of a part, and I went through it, I turned it off, but then I've seen how much more to it there is, and I was only stuck in one older place that was like 2% of the map. Then the rest was amazing. Cuffed and head in. Minimum requirements. Diesel engine, what do you run these presets on? Because there's some people that make this preset run on like a 1050 Ti and they make it work great, you know. There's no minimum requirement, but then it all depends on what resolution you play. I would say that Project Ultimate Weather 2.0 is not going to add that much performance draw to your setup. then the presets itself, it's all very light. But I've got one friend of mine, which runs a 1050 Ti, if I'm not mistaken, and he's making it work, and it looks very good. So it depends what you're expecting, and it'll work with anything, but then you'll be looking at different levels of clarity and fidelity if it comes to the resolution and to the screen. Maximith, that map is available on Patreon, Sierra Mods Patreon. Carbox, one day, mate. That day will come, trust me, bro. Mate, some of the older cards, yeah, they perform quite well. Crofton, it's subscription, but when you get the presets, you have them forever, so... Oh, just no, I'm not playing on a laptop. Playing on a normal PC, a stationary PC. Elite Monk, 100%. That's the thing. You play this on anything, but then depending on your specs, it's just the fidelity that you're going to get with it. Crofton buying it now. Once you get it, and I'm finished streaming, I'll be able to send you all the instructions and support in any way if you need any support setting it up or installing it. Okay, because we've driven this Skybox for a bit now. I guess Skybox 6. Hodges, I got the donations turned off at the moment. I had them live a few months ago, but for now, just we'll run it donations free on the live streams. Okay, so we've got my friend Diesel Engine, yeah? He runs it on this rig, and you can even go to his channel, watch some of the videos. And mate, if you balance it well enough, you can make this work on anything, to be honest. Yeah, it is 100%. And it's one of my favorite trucks, to be honest. If you've got Reshade installed already, because I'm not sure if you're going to be running with Snowy Moon. If you got Reshade and Snowy Moon installed, then you just put the presets in. Gaming 12, yes, sounds about right. I never actually went through this bit. You don't have Snowy Moon? You know what, if you want to get this looking to the fullest, I would advise to get Snowy Moon as well, unless you don't really want to use it, but the vegetation render and everything will improve as well. Why is it not working? Should be working fine. I wasn't aware that it's not working. Yeah, maybe let's get Skybox 9. I was just saying that PNG is not working with Snowbun, but in what way? Like, you've got some texture issues, or what was it? Diesel engine, yeah, it's Zeemods, the CAT 5 EK. Mark Smith, so with the Project Ultimate Weather at the moment, the spray from PNG Rain add-on will not actually work fully. It might work in some cases and not in the others, so you might use some other raindrop mods, as the PNG Rain add-on will actually require PNG to fully work. Spider from the corner POV. Man, we already kind of got something like that set up now. I've changed the POV a little bit. I'm using an FOV of 75 now, or like 74. Yeah, Bogdan. Some people joined in. YouTube almost at 7.5k, mate. Were you saying connection error with Snowy Moon? Check your internet connection, because I had this once when my internet was disconnected and did not have a stable connection. Yes, Bogdan. I've made a short one today. There's not that much info in it. I was literally prepping to fly out for tomorrow, so... Hey, there's so much traffic on the map. Club 1 CT. Yeah, they do have custom traffic on the map, and the intensity of the traffic as well. So look. Well, there's a bump stop in there, so... Well, you can have any kind of a view, and you can have that kind of a view. Mate, whenever you get on the bump stop in this map, there's a queue. It's like they're getting ready to actually charge a fee for the bump stop, you know, you just got a queue in here. Okay, we're free. Tony Macaroni, 100%, mate. Yeah, once the World Cup kicks off, there'll be much more traffic in there. MK, yes, it's lighting D. Wait, what next? Oh, not the bump stop. Oh. How it is now? It's working. I'm glad it's working for you now, mate. Man, I hope that there's not going to be much more bump stops now. Adam Penby, hi there, mate. I'm using the physics mod by Iswan Bakar, then my truck and trailer stability is at 0. Suspension stiffness is at 0. Physical camera factor is 150%. Oh my god, we're actually driving now. We've been stuck in a traffic jam for the last a good 10-15 minutes. James McBride, how you doing, mate? How's the day going? Nanik Fassi, I'm using Project Ultimate Real Cam V2 DM heavy lens. Mate, I'm not a bump stop. I've not driven that much on the single roads in here. I'm kind of not used to the bump stop because I'm always just taking the Oaxaca DLC or just the highways. So. James McBride, looks like I've got a bot in the stream. In what way? I mean, there's the bot on the chat, but at the moment, the biggest bot that I've got on my stream is the person that put that many bump stops in here. GameX Wolf, 100% mate, always. I can say that I wear my seatbelt when I'm driving a truck, when I'm driving a car, when I'm eating dinner, always, you know, just as a precaution. May another bump stop. How? Bump stop city. Look, the guy is taking a picture of a truck. Oh, he's on the phone. I thought that he's actually taking a picture. Tony Macaroni, no. It's the map is by Sierra Mods. Parasek Popovic, I'm using the RealCam V2 heavy lens with the Project Ultimate weather. But also take a bit of attention in the camera. Because once you run, I'm not saying that you should run this kind of a camera, but try to get your camera set in a way that you see what's happening outside of the truck and you don't solely focus on the inside of the truck that much. Also, if you got any questions or need to improve in any way, you can always drop me a DM on Patreon and we can have a look at that. Mate, what is that? It is a big circle in there. So, it is how life goes. We got through the bump stops, we've got some wind in our hair, but now we had someone that crashed and we're stuck in a traffic jam again. It is how it goes. Guys, apologies for my driving for a second, but I need to set up my phone. It's all good now. We're alive, that's fine. James McBride, what is the urgency on the swear word in there, mate? Nanakasi, yes. You just remove the move my camera down a little bit. You remove the PNG weather and you just swap it with Project Ultimate weather. Marker ATS official, why don't I use the other Mexico map? What, you mean Reforma map or any other map? If we're talking about Reforma, then it's... I don't mind the 1 to 19 maps. Reforma, it's nice, but I think that ProMexico with the Oaxaca DLC is very nice. The silent simmer, mate. Well, I'm not gonna say much, but yeah, you might be onto something there, mate. How was the traffic trying to overtake in there? That was a crazy attempt. Silent Simmer, you know what it is? If you look in Unreal Engine 5 and procedural building at the moment, you know, you could get something done in a relatively, well, not a quick amount of time, but, you know, in a timely manner. Especially if you're talking about rural places and stuff. Marco ATS official. I really appreciate it. At the moment, I'm gonna stick to that. I mean, you can get in contact with me, and then we can have a look at that. But I've not really played Reformer that much. I mean, I own the map. I'm under Patreon, but I've never actually got into it now. Twisty works. No, no one was hurt in a crash. No one. We're all good. Yeah, why is my camera jumping all over the place? Let's reset it again. Again? Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, Thirsty Works. The crash that we've seen before, no one was hurt. They said that they're doing better than before the crash, so you know, it's all positives. James McBride, I'm not sure, mate. I do not have a clue. Yeah, Silent Sim 100%, and that's what I'm talking about. When you've got Project Ultimate, Unreal Engine 5, you can really make good progress with a limited team. And to be honest, like, I understand that a train sim is much easier than an actual truck sim, because on the train, the train physics are pretty limited as to what you need to do with it. Then if you're talking about the truck game, you've got the traffic, you've got the physics itself, there's much more than in a linear kind of a train sim, but it just shows you that even a limited amount of people can still achieve some good results. That's a big bump. And I think that looking at the running train sim, I think that a lot of solo devs just got a bit more wind into the wings, you know, just by the success. I think a lot more people just started believing that they can actually achieve something by themselves, which is always a positive. Rata, thanks for the sub, mate. I really appreciate it. Sabit, how you doing, mate? How's your day going? Okay, what time is it in game now? Almost 4 PM. I'm just trying to see what kind of scale that map is, because we've been driving for around an hour and 10 minutes now. And we went from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. now, so you're looking at 6 hours. MKM, I'm glad, mate. I'm glad that you got it to work and that it looks good. Balance him 100%, because AI can help with calculations if it comes to truck physics and everything. So AI will be helpful within the next 2-3 years if it comes to game creations and whole. Your mom's cat just threw the bread basket off the table and ate some. Cat is a cat, mate. 30 words, thank God for that, yeah, mate. So we've driven for the hour and 10 minutes and we've covered this much of a map, so probably take you good like 4 or 5 hours to get from one end to another if you're going from the furthest part away. We were doing 55 miles an hour. The Silent Simmer, I've done my own version of that, but I'm using it myself. I released at some point, but like half of the people, I'm not sure if they're reporting it because it did not work for them or they used some trucks that were not supported. I've included a lot of trucks in there, but some people reported that they weren't able to run it, so I've just reverted back to asking people to just use the Steam version. The garbage truck lists a lot of stuff in the way. 100%, mate. All over the place. Look, even in here. Look. They need to pick all of this up. Maximum, yes, it was developed by one person, yeah. Scotch, 100%, mate. You blink 3 times, you never know what's gonna happen. How's the evening going, mate? The camera got crazy for a second. Tony Macaroni, well, it happens, mate, it happens. Biggest difference, depth hazes, colorways, and the skyboxes if it comes to the colorways and transitions. But that's the last version that I'm making on the SCS assets. As you're just so limited as to what you can do for this to still kind of look alright. James McBride, I'm very happy that you've done it, mate. Mate, that engine is crazy. Mate, I know. And the first time I was actually running this sound mod, I was going up the hill and I'm like, yeah, that sounds brutal, mate. Like the engine rattling. The engine oil might be running low at this point. Okay, I think we've run out of music. Let me play again. Oh, we need to go right. Fortunately enough, yeah, it's just you can just go straight through it. No one would actually say anything, you know. You don't really care that much. Yeah, Scotch, I'm gonna try some more engines. You know, I've not been on ATS for a longer period of time now, so I'm just kind of getting back to it. But for sure, I'm gonna try some more engines. So to be honest, if you only use the Project Ultimate Weather and the Real Cam Preset, you'll be fine. The biggest hit will come from the Snowy Moon render. So if you can run that, you can run the additions, but Snowy Moon will get you the most kind of a performance drawback. But if you can get it running smoothly, then you can run any kind of addition smoothly as well. Now we'll just have to. Okay, so we'll have a small stint here, and then we'll have to get on the main highway. Yeah, I got it. Man, you need to speed up. Why is it 25 miles in? Let's just pretend that did not hit anyone. It was a rock that got under the trailer. That's it. The silent simmer, if you get a message with the errors regarding the FX files, it's probably just a bug. As there might be a difference in the shaders library between mine and whoever's using it. Scotcho, you know what? I will have to actually just revise most of the engine sounds and what they are, to be honest. What's the speed limit in here? 68, mate. We're going in the left lane. Yeah, the Jake is not that bad either. Let's get some sun going. Scotcha, what do you think about that Jake sound? Just about Snowy Moon. Very good. It's a very good addition. It's too quiet? Maybe it is, yeah. I do not know if it has 3 levels of Jake though. It wasn't even him that was going to the right lane. So. Yeah, that traffic is interesting. Nothing time to get Project Ultimate, 100% mate. Okay, let's go on the left lane. Get the truck in front of us. Yeah, silence him. I know, but I was trying to be careful with it though. Sculpture, that's something that I did not know. So thank you for letting me know, mate. Okay, Scotcher, you know what? I've seen one of the comments that you posted on the video from Czech Republic when it was raining. I think that the bot deleted that comment because I had it in my community comments. I've actually used the Jake brake on the hill. Made the truck was starting to like shift sideways, you know. Like I had to actually get off the throttle and then kind of catch the slide. Yeah, it did happen in rain, and then I was actually checking that when you're when you're going downhill in rain, you shouldn't really be using your Jake brake that aggressively. The engine sounds like a rifle. Yeah, mate. Victor Milk, how do I achieve the resolution? While playing 4K, I'm using the real cam preset. Oh my god, I took the wrong turn. The real cam V2 preset with 125 scaling at the moment in 4K. Yeah, it's like pulling a handbrake on snow. Yeah, similar kind of an effect. I did not even think about it at that time. Victor, also, if you're running a lower resolution, something like 1080p, try not to run the sharp presets as it will overpixelate your screen. Try to run something a bit smoother, and also set your snowy moon sharpness to smooth as well. Well, not to smooth, but just set it to like 2 or 3. Scotcho, did you ever have a situation like that in real life? Yeah, no worries, mate. Need to get some miles on the ATS as well, mate. You have fun in there. Martin, how you doing, mate? I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Okay. Yeah, I was confused for a second. We need to... We missed the turn. Let's see what happened. Well, we're going to cheat a little bit. I'm using 2K. It should be fine with 2K. what presets are you using? Maybe try using something like light lens for real cam or no lens, as that will not overpixelate your screen that much. Scotcher, I see, mate, I see. But that's good that never happened to yourself, mate. Okay, one thing, I'm not gonna be parking that. Martin, yes, I'm using that mod for ETS and ATS. It's called the Scratches on Windshield by Chorus from the SCS forum. Victor, you know what? Send me some pictures of your game and how it looks on the DM on Patreon. We'll have a look, mate. Because maybe there's something that we could improve in that. Okay, we'll do one more job. We could take that 176 miles. Go to Lerdo. MK, how we can hide the wheel? There's a mod for that, where you can just hide the wheel. Sorry, not mod, config line. Go on Google and just type in how to hide the steering wheel in ETS2, and it's going to give you the command, because I forgot what the command is. It's not the actual config, I remember now. You will have to adjust the profile of your game to not show the steering wheel. So just either go on ChatGPT or go on Google, ask it how we can hide the steering wheel, and it should give you the is it this? And it should give you the answer, or like guide you through it. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not doing that. So we are going to just quickly acquire the load. Magic. Check first, how you doing, mate? Yes, you can ask me a question, 100%. I did not actually hide the steering wheel. The steering wheel is actually here in the truck. Check first, what's the difference? The heavy lens will have much more distortion on the screen, so when you look at the fisheye kind of an effect and the overall distortion, the heavy lens will have much more of it than the light lens or no lens. What's more realistic? As for the Brewcam V2, well, the main goal is to just kind of imitate the camera lens, not what you actually see through your eye, but what you would see through your camera lens. So I use the heavy lens. American Highway, how you doing, mate? How's the day going? Okay, what's the speed limit in here? Okay, 15, we're doing 53. What's the Snowman settings for ETS2? You've got the Snowman config in the weather pack and RealCam V2 pack, so you can just drop the settings in. And the lighting that I use lighting D. Lolo, how you doing, mate? Saying it looks amazing. I'm glad you're liking it. Okay, we've not seen a bump stop in a long time. We've got one now, so back to the bump stops. Silent Simmer, you know what? I've never thought of that, but that would be something cool. Even like a minute or two. Check first, yes. You drop it to Win64 and just sets whatever I use. You can tweak the config to whatever you really want, but it's just I put whatever I use in there. Victor, thank you for the sub, mate. Really appreciate it. Silent Simmer, you know what? I've never actually got into the driving academy yet. Check first, so that's something that you're gonna use then. Hey, the engine went wild. Check for his interesting take, mate. Yeah, but probably work. Bogdan, we could do that, yeah. I mean, last live stream was like 2 weeks ago. Once I fully move, I'll be able to get, you know, get a bit more time on it, but... Silent Simon, that is true, mate. It would make it a little bit easier. Santos, how you doing, mate? How's your day going? Check first. I do it on my own. Yes, Bogdan, yes. As I had a different template, but yeah. Am I a graphic designer? Not really. I'm probably going that direction, but I wouldn't call myself that. At least not for now. The work that I was doing was actually way different to a graphic designer, as I was an area manager for a tech company, so it has nothing to do with graphic design or... Darling Games, how you doing, mate? All the way down from Brazil. Check for yours. I'm glad you think that, mate. Really appreciate it. Yeah. A game crashed. That is interesting. I forgot where I was. I'm gonna drop myself somewhere, or somewhere near that place. Nicholas, I'm using Toby Eye Tracker. Okay, we're back in the game. I'm just not sure where I left off. I don't want to get to the same place. We'll kind of see if it's going to kick us out again or not. Okay, so we're just gonna start from Salinas then. Yeah, and I think it was crashed in Alvarado, and I think that the guys from Sierra Mods even said that. Go to Salinas. Okay, we should be fine from here. Yeah, we should be alright. Check for yourself. You can use the same presets in any kind of a game. MK just managed to hide the steering wheel. Different word experience. Oh god, mate. Okay, we've got some grey clouds going. Let's see if we can get some sun. I appreciate the cloudy days, but we could experience some nice sunlight. I mean, we're Mexico from all the places, so okay, this part is pretty flat, to be honest. Check first, blend it in, it's a much more accurate thing. Did not create anything, I overhauled the base games ones. But I've blended them in, I've changed the colorways for the environment and the skyboxes, and also the next version that is going to happen at some point. I'm going to be using my own assets, but I just wanted to create the lowest performance draw mod that you could get that still kind of looks alright, because this doesn't really differ from the base game if you're talking about like performance on it. Yeah, I don't think that we should get any more crashes now. Oh, different weather changes. What you mean, the way I changed my weathers? Because I'm not quite sure. Oh, different weather changes for different countries. No, there's unfortunately nothing like that active at the moment. I mean, it is, but the ones that I've done, they disappear the same for all of the countries. Oh my god, almost crashed. Silent Simmer 100%. Well, that was the main goal. Is, mate, there's mods that will add 300 skyboxes. You could have as many skyboxes as you want, but what's really kind of important for me is the depth hazes, the fogs, just the overall ambience, because I can give you 100 skyboxes that will just not add much to the game other than just the look of them. Got this mod, and if you use the console and you type in GSET Skybox 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, then you should be able to change it. Patrick, how you doing, mate? How's the evening, mate? guy said game over. Scottish Modern, you have to enable the console in the ATS config. We just need to go. You can even type in ChatGPT or Google how to enable the console in game. You just need to change the config as for the console and developer lines. If you type in Google, it's going to show which lines you need to change. Yeah, check first, but once you get it all sorted, it should be all good. Okay, I do not want to miss my exit. Hey, Patrick is going to tell you all about it. He's the professor with it. Check for his YouTube. Well, you probably did not have the same nickname on Patreon as you have in here, so... Are you the person with the 5090? Because I remember that. Yes, I remember that now. Scottish Modern, yes, I'm using the Isran Bakar's physics mod. I've got my truck and trailer stability set at 0. Got my suspension stiffness set at 0. And physical camera factor set at 150%, if I'm not mistaken. Check first, but now, if you were to do it again, you'll probably not really struggle with it that much. We'll add some light to the scene because it got very dark. Check Furious, I'm glad, mate. I'm very glad. Yeah, sometimes like new things that just take time if it comes to the setup, but once you get it working, it's all good. Danny, how you doing, mate? It's looking pretty good, he says. Check first, yeah, just, you know, give each a chance, see how it looks. You'll probably find your favorite version at some point. Call us, how do, mate? Amazing stuff, thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. I had to check if we had the light on. Chill stream, chill voice. Thanks, mate. I don't really like my voice that much, but especially I can't listen to my voice in recordings, and like even when I'm going over a stream, I can't do it. But I think that a lot of people have the same thing with their own voice, where it just kind of sounds off to them. Candyman. Yeah, it might be the thing that no one likes their own voice. Danny, I'm very glad, mate. I'm glad you're liking it. Yeah, check through. So it might be the thing that others probably think that it's alright. It's just, you know, it's just your own voice that may sound a bit off to yourself. Check first, I was born in Poland, kinda grew up in Canada, then I've lived in England for the last 10 years. Kowalski, how you doing, mate? Well, the map is a modded map, so but I'm using the RealCam V2 reshade presets from Project Ultimate as for shaders, but then the map is an actual modded map. Yes, I live in the UK at the moment, yeah. Man, another crash. Hey, there's a lot going on. got this mod, and go into your config and just look for DEV, and this should pop up, and you should be able to just change it to 1 from 0. Like the realistic accidents, yeah, there's a lot of things added around the map. You know what, after the live stream I can send you my config if you want. Check first. I'm pretty sure there's a reason behind that. I'm not sure why, but I guess because we're gonna run into the night in a second, I'm just gonna switch it to daytime. To 6 AM? 6 AM too early. 7 AM? Oh, Skybox 1, 7 AM? Yeah, it looks alright. Okay, we're going to be turned in a second. I do not want to miss my exit though. Because missing exits and not topping up fuel in my truck is my speciality if it comes to live streams. Yeah, if you want to make sure that you ain't got enough fuel and you're going in the wrong direction, you call me and I get it done. Check first, whatever weather mod you have on top of whatever other weather mod, it will just override it. So you're going to use the mod that is on top of it. Oh my god, which way? Left. See, I told you. If you want to go in the wrong direction, and if you want to run out of fuel, call me, I'll get it done. I'm good at this. Sergeant Mike, jeszcze jeżdżę, mieciu, jeżdżę. Próbuję przynajmniej. Max Smith, thanks so much, mate. I really appreciate it. Guys, by the way, I said something in Polish. It's not a made-up language. I did not just started to tweak out. Guys, again, thank you for the hearts in the chat, mate. Sergeant Mike, when I'm hauling, let me just... Wait, look at what's going on in here. I want to show you the truck and look at the surrounds. Look, they're going for the barriers, they don't care. Second mod after the FedEx. So check first, if you just want to use this weather mod, I would say not to use any other weather mods, and you shouldn't have any issues with that. Sergeant Mike, I mean, listen, it is what it is. Look at this. It's not easy in here, mate. We ain't got no soft hands in here. This is a working environment. And you know what? Despite all of this, I still do my 1,799 miles a day. And I don't even have a sip of coffee before I do 600 miles, you know? I do 600 miles before breakfast, so... $1,799 miles, mate. I can't do 1,800 miles, that's too much. We're going 70 miles an hour, where our average pace on this map was like 27 kilometers an hour. 70 miles is fine. I mean, I'm using Tobii eye tracker, and I do move my head quite a lot. But, I mean, it's probably the truck itself with some of the camera movement. Because look how the truck is moving. And also I've got my suspension down at 0%, truck and trailer stability at 0% as well, so everything just floats. Let's see, Skybox 9. Driving some overcast conditions now. Driven in the sunny conditions throughout most of the stream today. Yes, mate. Look at that. Truck moves like crazy. I like this map with more sun than not. Mariko, how you doing, mate? Yeah, Sergeant Mag, as always, you know, on a game version change, we'll probably have to wait 1 or 2 weeks to get all the mods out. Mareko, you're gonna return to the farm, mate. After I finish streaming, I'm gonna pop into your stream as well. Get some Fazendero action in there. Mate, because the guy just had to almost stop. Yeah, Mareko, Fazendero. You know how it is. By the way, guys, Mareko only knows 2 Polish people. He knows Robert Lewandowski and me. I kind of feel special with that. But it's what he said, not what I said. But see, I'm kind of next to Robert Lewandowski, to be honest. You know, so Robert and me were very good friends. Well, after Mareko made the statement, before I did not know him, but now. Robert, yes, I can show the mods today. Just after we finish the live stream. Mareko, in that order specifically. Console work. There isn't that many mods that I've got on now, but I'll just show you what I use now. To be honest, I don't have that. Well, I've got a lot of mods in my mod folder, but a lot of the mods have not actually been updated. I just got into ATS again like 2 weeks ago. I've bought a lot of stuff for ATS, like sound mods, trailers. I don't really use much of that. Got 91 mods. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, I'm not sure how many mods I've got on this profile, but as Mareko would say, I probably got more mods in my ATS mod folder than Robert Lewandowski, which is, it also puts me ahead of Robert as well. Because what, like, he's a better football player, but then that's one thing. I play ATS and I've got more mods. That's already 2 things ahead of Robert, so, you know. Can't blame Mareko for saying that. Yeah, Patrick, that's what I'm saying. Like, I showed more skill today than he's done yesterday. So kind of, you know, I'm taking credit for that as well. Okay, guys, we got to the end of our route. I'd like to thank everyone who decided to come to the stream, leave a like, leave a comment, interact in any kind of a way. We're gonna call it a day in here, and just for people that wanted to see the mods that I've got in my mod folder, I can just go over there quickly and have a look. I'm just gonna go through it, and then you can just kind of pause the stream if you want. My mod folders are always a mess, so just have a look what I've got in here, and that's how I kind of make it work. Hey guys, thanks so much for popping to the stream today. Robert, if it's not too much trouble, can you show me? I'm gonna make a separate kind of a post for the ETS2 mods at some point. 500 mods? I've got 500 mods? I might have that many in here, yeah. Okay guys, thanks so much for today, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.